Digital ladies breaking the chain, rising in crypto, we're changing the game. Crypto frontier, we're claiming our space. Not your keys, not your crypto, know your place. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa, Keda, Lady K, and Digital. Come ride this wave. Digital wealth, we're here to pay.
Crypto nights, we're lighting the spark. As we ignite now, we're setting the mark.
Safety first, we're keeping it tight. Blockchain power, we're shining the light. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa, Keda, Lady K, and Digital. Come ride this wave.
Hey there, welcome to Digital Ladies Unscripted, where we dive deep into the world of digital assets and cryptocurrencies from a lady's perspective. I do have my co-hosts here, Miss Optimistic Prime and Lady K. I'm so excited to be here tonight because this is the first time that we've gotten a chance to be able to stream together as a group. Since we got back from Fort Lauderdale. And unfortunately tonight, Melissa will not be here with us. She's still not feeling well. And we want to make sure that she starts to feel better. And we want to give her the time in order to be able to rest and relax and to be able to recoup. And then when she comes back, she'll be at 100%. And it'll be great. How are you ladies doing this evening?
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm terribly sad that Melissa's not here. It's just not the same, obviously. Melissa, we're thinking about you, and obviously we want to be having this conversation with you. And I definitely stole probably a little bit too much of her energy this afternoon talking to her for about an hour. But yeah, it's she's doing better. That's good. I don't know about you guys, but I was worn out afterwards too. But yeah, she's been sick since we left Fort Lauderdale. So we're wishing her all the good vibes and the healing energies to get better. And it was so special to hang out with her and the two of you in Fort Lauderdale. And I'm looking forward to having this conversation and recording, it, because we had a lot of spaces about it, but we haven't really, had a video chat about it. So I'm looking forward to this conversation. Lady K?
Absolutely, Lady K.
Oh, just getting back into the work, right? I've been going like crazy as well. But Florida was definitely fun. How about you, Keda?
It was such a great time. It was so many different types of personalities in the home. And Queen of the Nile, Tangi, is in the audience. We got to give a big shout out to her. So if you think about it, there were at any given time 10 to 12 people in the house, and everybody from Stone, who's a big personality in himself, and then we also had, Mr. Sam in the house, for part of it. And, he's his own personality as well. And then we also had Melissa, who is just bigger than life. What you see of her on the show is exactly the person that she is, and then to have Lady K. Now, we had hung out before, so I already know how Lady K is. And I had also hung out with Optimistic Prime. So that in itself, so to have all four of us there together, in one space, because Opti and Lady K hadn't gotten a chance to be able to meet each other in person.
And I hadn't met Melissa.
And Melissa and Lady K hadn't met each other. It just so happened that me and Lady K had, were able to meet, and me and Optimistic Prime had met, and I already knew Melissa. So it was kind of like I knew everybody, but just not all together at the same time. And then we also had
Mr. Mann and his wife.
Who
And then
just got shouted out by Brad Garlinghouse.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's so
it's so
amazing.
crazy. Yeah,
Oh
what
my
a perfect week for it to happen too, right? Like after we just saw him and they decided to extend their trip and hang out in Florida and do, whatever they were doing.
yes.
So yeah, I can't wait to talk to him about that. Like, yeah, when because I was talking to Melissa today when you guys posted or like you all were all sharing that in the background.
Yes. Yes.
And I thought he commented. I didn't realize he had
It was
reposted and
reposted.
commented on the
Yes.
repost. And
Mhm.
I thought, so great because that means a lot of people are going to be like, "Who's this Mr. Man?
Huge.
Who's this man in a Spider-Man face mask?" Like,
And
Well,
he
and I
was
also,
and he's so odd. He's such a good dude.
yeah. But I also hope people understand what was being said in that tweet too. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like Ripple has not lost sight of their original goals. So shout out to him for getting that.
Yeah, and if you've looked at the white paper or if you've done research on Ripple and what the goal was originally, oh, oh yeah. You know what I mean? Just think about it from the vantage point of, I believe it's is it the COO? And he said, we're here to make a dent in the world. To make a dent, not even in the world. He said, we're here to make a dent in the universe. So
Oh, Melissa just said that Mr. Man did not know until she told him. That's hilarious.
yeah, he didn't even know. He kind of, I guess, pulled some of his presence on X out because I hadn't really seen him on X that often. So that's very, very possible as well.
He's building, right? I mean, it was really nice to see what he was building. It was just everybody there was building something, and it was just nice to talk to everybody about like what their vision is and like their trials and tribulations and triumphs and all those things. And I think everyone there is well intentioned, and I just hope everyone succeeds, and because it definitely is a group of people getting together going, this is what we would love to do. It's a good place to be.
And what's beautiful about that is you can't say that it's one sector, it's one political party, it's one nationality, you can't say that. We are people from just a myriad of different backgrounds, circumstances, lifestyle, expertise, all of those things. And that, I think when Auntie said, this is just a house full of leaders, and it really was. And not just leaders, but like powerhouses. You know what I'm saying? Like your girl, Optimistic Prime, has a whole like vision of heaven on earth that's called the Wandering Footprint. Okay. And this thing is huge. What she's doing is unprecedented. It has never been done before, ever. Okay. You got Lady K here. Lady K is a validator for both Ripple and Algorand. What ladies do you know have two validators? I'll wait.
I'll wait.
And then on
JP
top
just
of it, she's like just a wealth of information that's integral to what is being built on this ecosystem, as well as financial vehicles that can help to make sure that you are gaining and raising money as opposed to just giving it out. This is what Lady K is putting down, and she's a beast at it. And it's like, these are the people that were in the house. You had Stone, that's like got his foot in everything and on purpose, and he's going to make sure you know about it. Okay, he's going to let you know, yeah, I put that together. Them two, yeah, they met through me. Nothing happens without me. If you just want to listen,
he's really good at networking, though. Like one of the best I've ever seen. I mean, he definitely is going to do really good things.
Listen, you got your husband, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, that I love me some Chris. It's bad that I really thought that man was working for the DEA. Don't judge me, because I really thought that was from the New York trip. Why did y'all have me really believe in this?
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember that from New York. But the funny thing is I don't know if I ever told you the Halloween DEA story. Oh my gosh.
It was Halloween. I thought it was real. That's what.
Oh my God. He has this DEA jacket, and he like wore it with like the pants and the boots, and everyone thought he just got off work, and he was like, no, it's my costume. So he ended up winning the costume contest.
No way. That's so great. Yeah, no, I love him so much. I said when I got home, I was like, James, like, if you ever get to go on one of these trips, like, I hope Chris is there, because you and Chris will get along so well.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like so many of the things that happened. First of all, one of the things I really loved is Lady K, listening to you talk about your idea with people like Mr. Man and his financial advisor guy, and then the other guy that we met on the last night with on my last night with Alan Staples at Alan Staples' house,
Yeah.
who had gotten in at like a penny or something like that, and just how like serendipitous these different avenues and just watching this sort of like sparks of like information of like, this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm doing, and how they are working together, like they're going to work together in what's coming in the future. And I find that like this is what I love most about being with all of you guys at an event. Like, yes, I would love to just hang out with you in a forest and whatever, but to go to an event like that where all the other people don't know us, and then be talking to somebody, and then something come up, and then one of you would walk over, and I was like, oh, this is the person I was just talking about. This is the person that has all the answers for you, or like the last day, somebody coming over like, oh, you need to call me, here's my card again, you need to call me about that IMU TV stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm surprised you put that in your head. And then he walked over to you guys, and he was talking to Mr. Zam, and he's like, all right, we'll talk on that meeting this week. And I just looked at him, I was like, okay, I don't need to call you. On that meeting, you talk to Mr. Zam about IMU TV. He'll get you all the information.
Yeah.
And so it was just so wonderful to like have the people that I talk about, or I would ever, in any situation I'd be talking about, be right there. And then it was like, just like the flow of conversation. And then you could be there. One of your friends could come in, start the conversation. You could back out. The conversation could keep going. Like, it was just, I don't know. It was really magical. For me, it was like my magical internet friends being like even more magical than I expected. And my dog's outside and he's whining. I don't know if you can hear him, but I'm like, oh.
Now let me ask you a question in keeping with what you were just talking about. First of all, I got to give a big shout out to the 81 people that are in this stream right now. And we have some amazing people in the chat. Everyone from Jay with FML and Stone and Mr. Sam, JP, Northern Living, who we got to meet there in Florida. JP, K Buddy, we love you so much. Oh my goodness. Of course, Miss Melissa, we love you and we miss you and we wish that you were here, but I'm glad that you're taking time to get better. Awesome. Amy, Miss Tiara, we're so glad to have you. True Dukel, and of course, Mr. Niall Cottrell, the man with the plan who's putting this all together. Queen, we love you, love you, love you. We were so glad to have you and that you were so close and so willing to be there and be with us and hang out with us. Oh my goodness, what a time. And I agree with you, when we were there at the event, I think that was where the tide changed. You could see the shift because it was like, it was cool. It was chill. And then we rolled up in the spot. And then Melissa and Simon got on stage.
And then
It was
that part.
so good.
And then that part. And then what ended up
Well,
happening?
what
What happened was we reset the room.
If you have
Then-
not seen Melissa and Simon together, oh my gosh, the chemistry, I could watch them on stage all day long. They work really well together.
Yes.
Really well. I totally agree. And shout out to them for like inviting us, like Melissa getting us up on stage and inviting the three of us up. Like, I mean, I felt super privileged. I said, you know, when I'm like, I got up on stage. I'm like, I got to talk about the wandering footprint, you know, and, you know, that was really, really special for me to just, and I honestly, I do way better in scenarios like that anyways. You know, if I know that I'm going to get up on stage and I'm, you know, worried and preparing and all the things, it's way different. If I just it's like what you guys tried to convince me all last year during Shark Tank, getting ready for Shark Tank, you know, it's like when you get up there, you can do it if you know, if you're not scared, essentially, right? If you just get into your heart center and talk from your heart, just like we do on Spaces every day. But yeah, no, that was really special. And shout out to Melissa, for making that happen for us.
Yeah. Here's the cool part about it. You know, it was very evident that there were so many people there, and they were there only from an investor standpoint. Very much so. They were not aware of anything that was going on X, on YouTube, Instagram. They weren't aware of any of that stuff. They had no social media presence whatsoever. So for us to come and we're like, yeah, so we're on the blockchain and we're on Web3, and yeah, we use XRP as a native token. It's a gas token, and it's the token that we use because it's meant to be used. So these people weren't even thinking about it from that vantage point. They only saw it as, this is an investment, that thing that I keep talking about all the time when I'm like, listen, y'all need to treat this as an investment. They didn't see it as a vehicle of movement, a vehicle of doing something else. And we just knocked that out of the park. Like, yeah, so you need to know about this IMU TV. And you need to understand that because this young lady here, her show is on IMU TV, which is run on the blockchain, which is XRPL. They didn't know about that stuff. They didn't know to invest in these things. They didn't know there was music on XRPL. They didn't know that there was leveraging on XRPL that they could do themselves. And we just got pitched a whole lot of different financial vehicles that some of it, yeah, they built and it's great for them to build it. But other things that can be done on the blockchain itself.
Speaking of, I'm so happy I got to meet Fitzy.
Oh, yes.
He is such a great guy.
He is. He is
Yes.
I kid you not. The men that are part of IMU TV are gentlemen. They are gentlemen. The first time I met Fitzy, he didn't even know me from a can of paint. And the man literally picked up this big old box out of his hand, out of my hands, and would not allow me to carry it.
Oh.
And I'm going to be honest with you, that was one of the first times that had ever happened to me. And I was just like, wow, that is so nice.
Yeah.
They're nice.
It was just nice. And I got a chance to talk to him, and he just is a good dude and smart as a whip and just real.
Yeah. I feel like all the men in the community and that were there are like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
Stone, Mr. Man, Mr. Sam, Steak, like they all have
Yes.
that just gentleman, you
Yes.
know, kind of attitude. And they're really just great, good guys.
Yes, they really are. And, you know, and it was great to share space with them. You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about the fact that we were not trying to be at anybody's club. We weren't trying to be out of anybody's lounge. We legit just wanted to hang out with each other. That was so freaking cool.
But the conference really blew me away, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the information that was shared
Yes.
and the opportunities that are out there, if you know how to utilize them, was really great. I mean, I had heard a lot of these concepts throughout the years,
Mm-hmm.
but not explained in any way that would make reasonable sense. Right? Like,
Right.
sort of like narrative driven. Like, I heard this, and so this must be the way it is, or I don't know how to explain it. So I really enjoyed that conference. I think people, and Alan said he was going to do it again, and I do think that
I think you should.
If you haven't gone, I think you should go, because there were a lot of financial literacy, financial information, and financial opportunities there for you. And I don't think it would be right if we went into them right now. Like, you know what I mean? But like,
Well, no, I was just going to say that the cool thing too was information that is readily available, but a lot of people just don't know about and where to get it, like that unincorporation, aspect of it. And that literally is just something that you can look up, you know what I'm saying? So it's not information that's privy to anybody. You see what I'm saying? It's just a matter of knowing that this is even a thing,
Yeah, I mean, Alan and his son Brett did an amazing job. You know what I mean? And I just, I told them then, and I hope that they know that they really knocked it out of the park, I think.
Yeah, I think they did. And the barbecue was great, because it wasn't just barbecue. They had a couple, 2-3 things. It wasn't just barbecue.
The food truck idea was brilliant. If I ever have an event, I mean, yeah, that's exactly the way you should do it. The fact that they had parked for both days, a variety of food trucks outside with a limited order that was free was fantastic. And so when you were hungry, you could access it. It wasn't, everybody had to sit down at the same time, or everybody had to plates at the same time. Like, for that many people, what a smart way to do it. Yeah. And really nice to have like the coffee bar there in the morning for free too. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And then obviously the open bar was also very lovely.
Yeah.
Which I was so busy, like enthralled in all the presentations and everything. Like, I didn't drink anything. At the end of the day, I realized, Chris, I was like, I'm driving.
Yeah, they had everything. They had a full bar out there. Mm-hmm. They had a full bar.
And shout out to the drivers. I appreciate you. I mean, it was so special for me, having spent 13 years being the only driver in the family. I mean, it's so nice to just like, all right, I ain't driving nowhere. I'm like, I will just go when you tell me. And I definitely had a few moments where it's like, Opti, we have to go. Like, stop talking. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, gotta go. But yeah, no, shout out to those of you who like made that possible. And shout out to Melissa for getting us this house, like it was so special. I mean, obviously we all wished it was a little bit closer to like where we were headed and stuff like that.
I didn't have a problem with that at all.
Oh, like that. Yeah. So Justin, yes, there was a full bar, an actual full bar. It was one of the actual food trucks out there.
Yeah. Oh, Stone said he had coffee.
Yeah, he had coffee.
Of course.
That's an adult for him. That's an adult drink.
Awesome. Amy said the word I was looking for was chivalry.
Chivalry, yes.
Yes, which I can't say right now. Yes, Amy, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. And, I mean, and here's the thing, there were so many great conversations that we had. We were sitting around a fire pit and having like really amazing conversations, listening to music, doing like karaoke outside, going in the,
doing spaces.
Doing spaces, exactly.
The hot tub.
Yeah, getting in the hot tub, having Stone looking like he got a harem.
I took the picture.
Yeah. Melissa says, hold on. She said, yeah, I may have had a few gin and tonics. I think we had quite a few gin and tonics.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it was so nice to just like it felt so laid back, but then also Lady K, I was so excited when you to hear your feedback about the content too. And I do agree with you, like going over it, but the fact that like for how many years have I been talking about sovereignty and unincorporated, like wanting to make the private members association for the wandering footprint, and like they're all along the same lines, right? And so to have a presentation that allows for the check boxes, do step 1, step 2, step 3, and if you have a phone, if you get a letter, call us, like, and then you have you and your feedback and your perspective, like I trust you over most people. So like, that goes for all three of you. I mean, that goes for the group, right? And so when your perspective, like actually, after this, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of the things I was going through your wall today on X. I was like, oh, I'm curious about this, Lady K. I need to talk to you. Like if you're reposting, then maybe there's some legitimacy to it, So just to even hear since we got back and you reading the book and like, your interpretation from your broker perspective, from somebody who, definitely knows how to cross the T's and dot the I's, and you've been to court. Like I've been to court, twice in my life. And, they were for, fighting tickets, not taking other people there and knowing the law and knowing, their rights and stuff. So I'm always so, to hear your feedback be so positive. I'm super excited to sort of hear how this journey goes for you and anybody else who's, deciding to take it on.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to give it. Stone and I have a lot of work to do on that. But I think just like, you get so hyped up and you think you're going to do everything tomorrow, but tomorrow there's other stuff to do. Right.
That part is true. And,
Yeah.
The other part of it, I think they weren't thinking about, their IRL businesses being transitioned to the blockchain. So I think that part was also a really good, thing for them to hear about, because in a lot of instances, I saw some people that, that are from, from my Discord, you know what I mean? So some of them know about, that the actual, like, just investor side of it. But the other aspect of it is what's being built on the XRPL. And that's the part that I think is so important that they understand, because they're missing out on such a big piece of the whole ecosystem. You know what I mean? Like whether it's metaverse, whether it's businesses being put onto the metaverse, whether it's accepting digital assets and cryptocurrencies as settlement, like all of these different aspects of it that have not necessarily gone to the masses yet. So I think that it was a really good thing for us to be able to give that information and to at least put that thought process or plant that seed so that, it can at least blossom into, to more eyes.
Shout out Keda's Brew and bringing beard oil to the event and letting
Oh,
people
yeah.
know, and Zach
Right?
being there.
Yeah, we met Zach, and
We
actually,
did.
I feel like there was a lot of XRP people. I mean, Mark and Patty, right? They
Yes.
were awesome. They had
Love them.
already been in like XRP and Reaper too. And then Northern Living.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like there was like a good amount of XRP people there.
Yeah. And
Archer.
Archer, yes, Archer was there, and Tio Trenny, and
The legend.
yeah.
It was really nice seeing Archer actually sing in person. It's
yes.
so much more powerful, I feel like.
Yes.
I actually everybody hearing everybody in person is way more powerful than it was like just on space.
Yeah. Especially Stone, like seeing the performance of Stone.
Oh,
when
melt my heart.
It was just like, that's Stone. Absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything else. I wouldn't have expected anything else from him.
Mr.
Yeah,
Amanda blew me away. He
He
had
did.
he's so
Oh,
serious and professional. Like
I
to just see him
know.
like cut loose and have fun. I was like,
Oh, it was
oh,
good. It
this is
was so
fun and
good.
cool.
Yeah, it was, his performance was by far one of my absolute favorites, because he literally, when it says you're gonna dance or you're gonna perform and like nobody's watching and leave it on the floor, he did. He did. He did that. He absolutely did.
well, both of them, like, I mean, even Stone, like, following him around, like, following him around the room with Lady K's phone so he can, like, and like, people on karaoke can actually hear him,
Yeah.
like, that's what was so special is that, like, when I did say before that, like, we're all leaders, is everybody had a space every single day that we were there, if not 2, if not 3, if
Yeah.
not 4 in one day. And, to be Delilah. She is being as loud as humanly possible right next to me. And that this is what it looks like to be leaders. So to be participating in all those as a group. And yeah, that was the karaoke on the Saturday night was really special. I mean, I think ultimately, when Melissa got a little teary eyed and she's like, we need an island, guys. We just need a big property where we all have houses and we can come and go as we please. But like, I need to see you guys more regularly than this. And I'm like, that is why I'm building the watering footprint, like quite literally, because, it really is so special to be around you guys. And like, it definitely, it's a recalibration of what's possible, like I have Shay close by. She moved down here while I was in Florida, but she's lived 2.5 hours away forever. And that's really the only friend I have that like knows what I'm up to and I can talk to about all the things, other than you guys. So just to hang out with you guys. And there's a couple housekeeping things before I forget them, because I know I'm going to forget them. One, shout out Tangi I ended up ordering these glow in the dark stickers for Stone, X Meme stickers for Stone, and some X Arzilla stickers for Mr. Zam and Steak and Bake. And I paid a pretty penny for them to be there on time. And they literally showed up at 4 hours after everybody left the house on Monday. And then it took Tangi, bless her heart, went back and tried to get them and eventually got them this past weekend. So shout out to Tangi for making that happen. And I'm really excited about getting those. And then I have another one about a promotion I'm doing to support the Patrol Show, but we can get to that to the end. But yeah, really special to just be around you guys and be able to share, real space with you.
And that, listen, and also to be able to eat, we did really good. I think we only went out like twice.
I think I went out a little more than that. But
You did. But I know I only went out twice. One was Tangi's idea, which was the best in the world, which was this all-you-can-eat buffet at a country club. It was actually the country club where they were having the golf event. So we ended up there on the day that they did the golfing event, which is the only day that they do that actual all-you-can-eat buffet. So, but the food was really good. And, the company was even better. And, we did enjoy that. That was before Mr. Sam got there, because that was on the Thursday and he came in on the Friday. So, it was, and can we talk about the weather out there?
that was freezing. Oh my gosh. But it was
Why
warmer
it so
than it was here.
cold? Huh?
But it was warmer than it was here. So
Oh, anything was warmer than where you came from, Kristin.
But I was still freezing. You don't understand. Yeah. I like sleep with a heated blanket and like, and it was so cold.
It was.
That was one complaint I have is not enough blankets in that house.
And it was constantly cold. And I know Melissa tried so hard. They brought us some heaters on the last day.
Mm-hmm.
The last night they brought us some heaters.
When I was freezing, outside in Atlanta and -4 Celsius, which I looked it up, but I think it was like 26 degrees Fahrenheit or something. Outside of the terminal. Yeah. So that's nice that you guys got heaters.
He's like, it went just worse for me. I don't know how you did it, Opti, because I would have probably just gotten a hotel room.
Well, I mean, like at this point, I spent way too much money, and also, 3 hours for a hotel room. Like, it's like one of those things, right? You just honestly, it reminded me of being in my 20s. Like, it's so funny because I've been saying "dude, man" since I got home, and I haven't said that in years. Like, I say it all the time, but I don't say it like I used to say it when I was in my 20s. And like one of my very first boyfriends, like his best friend used to call me "dude, man" because I would say it just so all the time. And when I got home, I was talking to Shay and I kept saying it. And I was like, so I have this thing. Apparently, I've turned back into my 20-year-old self now that I am hanging out with my magical internet friends. And, honestly, I had this vision at one point when we're sitting around the fire. I thought if you could take like a video cam of this, like a pan over us, and then you could superimpose it with like all of us at like, let's say between 16 and 20, and just like whatever our style was at that point, how different, like I believe we would all be from like different cliques. It's like we all are so different in, sort of like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
I never had a clique. I never had a clique. In school, I'm so serious. I was, you ever been around that person that literally had friends in every single group? I was that girl.
I was that girl too, because I didn't fit anywhere.
More like that than a certain.
Yeah, I was never on some I'm a jock or I'm a this or I'm a that. I was like, if we was cool, we was cool. I didn't care who you.
Melissa said she had big hair.
Can you imagine?
In school, I had big hair too. They were braids, but they was big. They were big.
Oh my gosh. I want to see pictures. I want a picture of all of us at the same age. And I want to actually make
on space. We should draw.
Oh
gosh.
It'd be so much fun. I had the worst glasses ever. They were like hexagonal. Oh my gosh, I thought they were so cool. Oh my gosh, no. Like I just went. I was so awkward looking. Like I had a unibrow for a very long time. And like,
did you say saginal?
Like hexagonal glasses.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you know what? I just want to say, because I know we've talked about it for a week, but I don't know if I was able to say how awesome it was to meet Jay and his family. Yeah. I mean, he really is a family man, and he's just like a really nice guy. And he made me laugh so hard when he was like, oh, come check this out. This is how much I support XRP. No, that was really awesome.
No, it was that truthfully was for me, like the highlight was meeting Jay's family and connecting with the littles, and especially that one little special one that, kind of just embedded herself right here, in that little heart chakra. And, she just kind of melted my little heart. He
makes adorable children.
He does.
Adorable.
He does. He'll say, no, that's all Shauna. That's all my wife. He'll say
she is beautiful.
And she's beautiful, and she's a firecracker, and she's smart and funny. And come to find out, she's a Sag, just like me. 4 days. Her birthday is 4 days before mine. So I'm like, I get you. I get it. And so it just, it was so great to meet them and to really connect. And, I really believe that there's a certain aura that is emitted from the people that we are aligning ourselves with. And I do believe that aura is seen by the children. I do believe that. And I think they gravitate to what they feel is safe and what they feel is genuine and pure. And for that little to be the type of child that she is being forthright enough to say, no, I don't like you. And
Or,
no,
I mean,
not
she
gonna
does
be.
not have to like you to not
No,
want to
but
be in
she's
your
just,
arms. But
yeah,
I was not as
she loves you.
privileged to be chosen, and we made it a game. You
Yeah.
know, like it was whatever. I'm not offended by you not
Yeah.
wanting to be in my arms. But she was so drawn to you and Mr. Zam, like the two of you. And I was like, I know I made the joke on Spaces or like the lighthearted mention, but like, yeah, if I was a tiny little being, I would want to be, hugged and held by the two of you all day long too. You just have such good energy about you. And so, of course, my kids are being, loud in the background. And that was what was so nice for me, having littles and having them bring them to the event.
And those twins loved themselves some optimistic prime. They were doing
Well, I got to hang out with the twins, so I got my fill. I got my double fill.
And they hugged on her and played and took pictures and
with the blue umbrella.
Her blue umbrella, and
yeah,
it was beautiful. We all stood underneath her blue umbrella.
It would have been, yeah. I mean, I have to go back through the pictures. I can't wait till we get like a picture, all of us with blue umbrellas before
Did you ever drop the photo of me and Opti holding our blue umbrellas? Who has that photo? I haven't checked WhatsApp in like a week.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen it
in WhatsApp, because if they didn't, they need to go in there and drop.
Oh, was it Melissa that took that?
It might have been Jay. We'll have to track it down.
That's
true. Somebody has a picture of me and Opti holding our blue umbrellas. I want to see
and I'm so thankful you brought one. I mean, Melissa had one too, but we didn't have it she didn't have it at the event. But yeah, it was really special. Like even Stone and Jay took a picture of them underneath it. I mean, these things are magical for me, right? But I will say before we move forward, and we only have like 10 more minutes, but Shauna, that's one thing I really wish I got to spend more time with her. I really wish that, but like, I think that we just have like, whatever our relationship is, it's like, I know she knows me and I, know as much of her as I know through Jay. And, but what a special mom, what a special wife, what a special leader of, her project and what she's doing with FML. And shout out to her for like, bring the babies along and making it, how out into the world she is as a mom is just so nice to see, because like that's how my mom was when I was a little kid. That's how I am with my kids, and they really made it for me like, oh yeah, you can have your kids, you can be a participant and have your kids. So I'm really excited to maybe meet them all at the next XRP event again. Yeah, I just wanted to shout her out a little bit more because it was really special for me. Like just, because of our crazy backstory and, just like walking into that space and being able to see both of them, and, the people that, my children will grow up with too, like Colin, Jimmy with the twins, and like the twins are about the same size as Jimmy and Sterling. So, I just can't wait till they all get together one day and hang out with, everybody else's littles too,
I'm definitely bringing my daughter to XRPL Cancun. I don't know if you're bringing your kids to XRPL Cancun.
I'm probably not this time, but I can't wait to meet your daughter. And shout out to her and her incredible voice on karaoke. I mean, what a special event to listen to you, your husband, and your daughter all sing in a row on karaoke. Like, unreal.
That was so awesome. That was really awesome.
Yeah, that's how I know they miss me, because they do jump like. They've done that before, jumped on karaoke when I've been like away. So yeah, I love that.
A way to hang out with you.
Yeah. And Tangi had me laughing the whole time. Like I just loved her. Like She was amazing. If you guys haven't met Queen yet, you need to meet Queen. I hope she's going to Cancun too.
You know what? I believe that she is. I have let her know that she needs to come because around it's important that she is there to hang
All I
out.
can hear in my head is her like, girl, there's no way I'd be missing that.
Listen, you already know she'd be the first one. Girl, what you already know.
She says
She said yes. She already said.
Can I come? And you know what? Melissa is watching, and I don't think I've talked to her at all since I've come back because I've been very busy. And I just have to say, she definitely, like, I just love her. She has the biggest heart. Okay. She is like the most generous. Like she said, someone described her as the mother. I think she is. Like, she's just so nurturing and, like, you know, making sure everything's okay. And I hope that she had just as much fun because she also is like the mother where she can worry a lot, right? So
I mean, also like the biggest sister for me, like what I find incredible, and I was talking to James about it too. Like I was like, when y'all were calling me like little sister, I was like, I hope you're all older than me, because you know it's weird as you get older and you feel young and you're like, oh my gosh, like I might be older than these people and still acting like I'm 20, dude, man, you know. And I feel like you know she's like my big sister, and you know, to find out, you know, we're all in this like, you know, 10-year period age bracket, you know, like we are from the same generation, all of us, you know, a little bit on the end of Gen X, you know, a little bit on the end of the millennial. And for me, it's just, yeah, like she's like the big sister who is in charge of all the children because mom and dad are nowhere to be found, you know, must take care of all things. And, you know, I just, yeah, being around her, like she is just, I mean, I talk to her almost every day. So like, you know, not having to pick up the phone, but to like to see her hair and to see her being and to feel, you know, and just, you know, give her, you know, being able to kiss her on the head, you know, like just like show her the love that I feel in my heart every day for this woman, you know, for everything that she's done for me and the XRPL. And actually this is a perfect time. So last night I had a thought and I was, you know, I ended up coming across a couple of videos that were only on Rumble over the past few days. And I know that Dipito is always on Rumble, but there's not a lot of subscribers over there. And, you know, one of the things being a truther myself, truthers are afraid of the blockchain. You know, they only see the, you know, fear and demoralization in like, that's in my opinion, one of the blind spots of a lot of truthers. And so I really think it would do them good over at Rumble to see Dipito show more. And so I started this promotion this morning on Coffee and Crypto, where if you go to Rumble and subscribe to the Dipito show and screenshot it and then post it under a post I put on the Coffee and Crypto yesterday, also in the community on Coffee and Crypto community with Stone _XRPL, and all week. This will be going on all week. And then on Friday, when I called Melissa and asked what she thought, on Friday during Coffee and Crypto, I will be creating a whitelist for anybody who subscribed this week on Rumble to receive Remember the 5th of November NFT. So then you guys can actually go mint and get like, you know, like the spinny wheel and ta-da! And hopefully you get more Dipito token dancing dudes in your NFTs. So that will go on from 9 to 11 on Friday is giveaway day on Coffee and Crypto. So please go subscribe to Dipito Show on Rumble, take a screenshot, and then post it under the post in the community. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
And I do have to say, Melissa is such a big-hearted soul. And she wants to do so much for everyone. Mm-hmm. And she does it tirelessly. All the time. She's consistent. If she's anything, she's consistent. And if she says she's going to do something, you don't have to question it. You don't have to ask when. She's going to be there telling you it's done. And just look, just pick it up. Look at the email. That's her. She has the biggest brain. Like, it is, I just, even if she doesn't know, she knows.
She's so positive too. I mean, I just like her energy feels good to be around, and she's extremely smart and curious and reliable. She's amazing.
She is. And we all just need her to know that. And yes, sometimes you need to take a break. And if you don't take a break, God's going to make you take the break. So this is
I was going to say, until God kicks you on your butt and says,
sit you down. he gonna sit you down. And it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why you have 3 other hosts on here. You got 3 other co-hosts on here that can do that. Okay. So don't ever think that there's ever a time that you can't take that rest that you need and deserve. And especially this year, because we got all kinds of things going on.
Listen, you can do anything, but you can't do everything.
She always got the one line. She always got the one.
The two of you always have the one-liners, and they're always just, that's what I should do. I should do a Digital Ladies Unscripted NFT collection with all of the ladies saying all your things.
What happened to the calendar?
Oh, let's not go there right now.
Kelly dropped the link to the Rumble. Thank you, Kel. Love you.
Oh, look at that. I love that.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, no, just I want to say, like, when you're talking about Melissa, like, I honestly get a little teary-eyed, you know, because of like how big my love for her goes.
Oh, absolutely.
And I just can't wait till like we can retire her. You know, like I just can't wait till the YouTube and the Rumble and, you know, all that she's working so hard on finally gets her to the point where she's like, oh my gosh, guys, I just got all these super chats. I just don't know what to do with them. You know, like, oh, like, did she just, people are begging for her time. She's like, man, I missed those days when, like, you know, I was trying to get 1,000 and like always be like, Melissa, how can I get on your show? And how, you know, talking to her all the time. And we're doing the calendar, she says. All right, Melissa.
Oh wait, that's the crypto men's calendar.
Yes,
right? What were you gonna call that?
Do it.
Not what were you guys gonna call that?
They didn't decide on one. Every time you guys made a suggestion, somebody said no.
Men of the ledger.
Men of the ledger.
There's got to be a clever name.
Blockchain bosses.
I mean, they're very attractive men in this community. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm so thankful I'm in my 40s and I am happily married. Can I just say, like, I'm just so thankful I am not in my 20s making a debauchery of myself.
And don't forget, we will have our chat over on the X app. And we'll be doing a space there at 10:10 p.m. We want to thank the 135 people that are here in the chat. We've had so many amazing people decide to come through. We were supposed to talk a little bit about leveraging, but as soon as we get to talking, we pretty much are able to go through this whole entire hour. Just gabbing. And so we definitely thank you for being here and hanging out with us. Rezi, thank you for going ahead and retweeting that space. We appreciate you. JP, it's a pleasure to have you here as well. We've been having such a great time, and we do appreciate all of the love and the support. Thank you to IMU TV and all of you all for being here tonight. And do you guys have any questions about anything? Were there anything that we just didn't touch on, that we didn't talk about?
I don't know if we missed anything or anybody's sorry.
Yeah, right. It's always, that's the worst. You know, the worst is when you're like, oh, that very clear person that I should have mentioned and completely forgot for those 30 seconds that, you know, yeah, that's the worst. Honestly, I'm really glad we had this conversation. I mean, it has been a week. You know, this was a week ago, you know, right now I was like saving this very lost man in an airport who was very cold and needed a phone to call his sisters about this time, and, you know, sort of solving my evening on the layover and just thinking about all of you, you know. And one of the things, when I got to the bar and I started writing in my journal, I used to write in my journal all the time, and then when I started having kids, I just didn't. I mean, other than, you know, either ripped out pages or just not having enough arms or not having enough time, like I just never write in my journals anymore. And just writing a little bit about you guys and just being like, I feel calm in a way I can't quite explain to you. Like, I feel like this whole journey about coming home, wandering home, like this need in my heart to say, you know, wander home with me, wander home with us. Like, I feel at home with you guys in a way that, like, my mom, you know, like my mom, when she died, I always thought, like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to find people who love me this way. Like she's the only one who thinks I'm awesome. And, you know, just being around you guys is really such a treasure. And it feels like anything is possible from here because I know you, and I just feel so honored. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, I'm part of the cool kids, but the real cool kids who are like building things and dreaming things and are smart and are nerdy and are all the things I am. Like, I didn't have to change, you know? So, you know, shout out to all of you guys for being so awesome.
You know what? That just reminded me, like, it really was just a very positive, uplifting experience where we thought anything was possible. And it's because we were in a group of people where you could have the biggest vision and nobody was judgmental about that or telling you couldn't do it. It was like, all right, then how are you going to do it? How can I help you do it? And also, you know, we share a lot of the same ideas and values and stuff that most people think we're crazy for. So I think that's why it did feel like home.
I can't be mad at that. I literally am about to put this link in the chat for the space tonight. And yeah, I'm super excited about this year, about what's happening this year. So how many of these things are we all doing this year for travel?
I am only doing Cancun and I think Swell. I'm not doing Vegas.
Only. Yeah. Well, we'll talk all about that in the space after this. I know we have like 1 minute, so I don't know how long this song is, but I do love that song.
Yeah, and it's time. It's time right now. So I'm going to go ahead and say good night. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you all soon.
Digital ladies breaking the chain, rising in crypto, we're changing the game. Crypto frontier, we're claiming our space. Not your keys, not your crypto, know your place. Unscripted, we're bold, we're free. Melissa, Keda, Lady K, and our team. Tiptoe, come ride this wave. Digital wealth, we're here to pay.
Crypto nights, we're lighting the spark. As we ignite now, we're set